Hello everyone, I'm Bearadactyl and welcome back to Proxima, and I'm recording this way too late. Either way, let's navigate this storm, shall we? And hopefully not freeze to death. Oh yeah, I forgot this game takes forever to load initially. Be right back. Okay, game is loaded. So I'm just going to make a mad dash for it.
Storm caused by Proxima-induced atmospheric disturbance, a common occurrence in the dark side.
Okay, game. Why am I suddenly being stopped?
I'm glad.
Okay. I was being sarcastic.
I have placed an indicator on the top right of your visor showing the current distance to the signal's location.
Guess the game didn't want me to rush through this too fast. Yes, computer, I am fully aware you do not like this.
Be careful when crossing the frozen lake in a few hundred meters. The ice may be fragile and could break.
Yes, I am aware. I'm also going to have to do a jump puzzle. I wish I could save right here instead of having to trek across this every single time, but, well... we'll just, have to brute force it, I guess. As my computer cries out in pain, because... as much as I love this game so far, it is not very well optimized at all. Okay. I guess the question is, am I just going around, I guess? Oh no, I'm not supposed to be there. What exactly am I supposed to be? Okay. There we go, maybe? Oh! Okay, there's my first criticism. I have an audio cue of the ice cracking, and that's all I have. I don't have an actual, like, visual indicator in an already hard-to-see place. Yeah, I don't... There is a line between difficult and just needlessly challenging.
I'm glad.
At least I know I can just rush forward now.
I have placed an indicator on the top right of your visor showing the current distance to the signal's location.
So when I hear the ice cracking, what am I supposed to do?
You should also be careful when crossing the frozen lake in a few hundred meters. The ice may be fragile and could break.
Yeah, as I discovered. Lovely. So this right here is the ice, I guess. So I guess I'm just gonna follow the ice, and if I hear cracking, back off. Oh god. I'm just gonna keep sprinting. Then jumping. Okay, that worked out better than expected. Okay. So do I jump off into the water? Oh. Why am I in the air now? Okay. Okay. I don't think this is intended. I don't think I am supposed to be here. Okay, this is officially actually this is not very intuitive. This is actually very irritating. Don't get me wrong, I like the game. I like the premise. But there is a line, and this game is not doing a very good job of treading that line. Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna have to go kill myself because I can't make it through the storm with that little health. This game needs a patch for some of the jankiness.
I'm glad.
I'm just gonna stand here and die, I guess. Be right back. Okay, so I've been standing here for a while, and apparently I'm just not dying, so... Oh, and then I die. Never mind. Okay.
You are right to be alarmed.
That was an experience I did not enjoy.
This is a Category 4 storm caused by Proxima-induced atmospheric disturbance, a common occurrence in the dark side.
Cool. You always find the best way to comfort me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep headbutting this wall until I actually, like, get somewhere. Okay, I'm back, and I believe I just somehow broke the game, because I just walked immediately to it just now. Okay. Okay. I am taking the power cell, right? A game. Okay, there we go. I keep forgetting I have to hold left click. The red flares? What red flares? I do not see red flares. Okay. Follow the non-existent red flares. Gotcha. I got here and I'm just gonna have to die again. okay, I found the red flares. They are not very obvious. They are actually very hard to see even with the flashlight and in the snowstorm. It might be a good idea to change the distance indicator to the first red flare after this point. Also, good lord.
Come on! I think it's recorded. We just crashed. Probably on the worst possible place on this godforsaken planet. The dark side. Last hope for humankind, they said. Bullshit. I've no clue what caused the crash, but that ship couldn't survive a cold afternoon breeze back on Earth, much less interstellar travel. Rhodes and I were reviewing the air braking trajectory to compensate for the higher atmospheric density than expected, and then the alarms just started going off. No explosion, no chaos. Everything just shut down. Rhodes went for calm, while I just tried securing the landing pods, since we were much closer than the others. I found you there, getting inside one of the pods, and the whole ship started vibrating like it was about to be ripped apart. That's when I realized we were hitting the atmosphere. Obviously, we couldn't wait any longer, so I got in with him and we carried out the ejection protocol. I hope some of the others made it, but it's unlikely without a landing pod. We were lucky to survive. Actually, I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, these capsules were made to hold up to 3 astronauts for a few weeks if necessary. So after we landed, I was just focused on deciphering where exactly the giant ship with the rest of those poor bastards crashed. Because if we were gonna survive, we'd have to find that wreckage to see what we could salvage. However, Mr. Genius Engineer started panicking and saying stuff like it wasn't supposed to be like this. Of course it wasn't, you idiot. He thought we were meant to crash. I told them to get his shit together during the night, but when I woke up, he was gone, and so were all of our supplies, including the oxygen tanks. I looked for him for a while, but of course he was long gone.
Subtitles are off.
I saw no point in traveling 40 trillion kilometers to another star system and not even step outside of my capsule. So I took what I had and explored for a bit. Couldn't really see much, but I found a nice cave. Reminds me of home, for some reason. Well, my oxygen is running low, so I think I'll go for one final walk before I black out. I'm at peace with it. I escaped the dying planet just so I could die on another one. It's poetic. Oh, one final thought. Liu, if you ever find this recorded, I'd just like to say, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you.
Okay, that last part was hilarious, but yeah, that was so out of sync. I was quiet the entire time because it was out of sync in case people were reading the subtitles. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep and wait for the storm to pass and go back to... That seems dangerous. Also, that's another lore dump. This game has a lot of lore dumps. Don't get me wrong, for an indie project, that's just perfectly fine. I just wish more stuff was explained like that, and not all on a laptop that I had to read in the first episode. Either way, be back when the game loads again. Okay, and we're back home. Power cell is installed. Sally, tell me the good news, please. I don't think there is good news.
Diagnostics. Please stand by. Generator status stable. However, future instability is to be expected.
How long do you think until the generator goes bananas again?
Under current conditions, power stability will probably last about 3 to 6 weeks.
Better than expected. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Go look for Corey.
Dr. Folger's expedition, number 17, aim to discover and understand the unknown geological source of oxygen on Proxima B.
Dr. Folger's... Oh, Dr. Coffee. Cool. I know, even if you didn't, that's literally the most useless information you could have given me. I know he went east, but where exactly?
Dante Valley. More specifically, he intended to enter a cave network whose entrance is in that valley.
Why? Went to the furnace.
Yes.
Yes, he is insane.
Yes.
I like how the computer affirms that. Can't climb.
Loaded. The rover is charged and ready for trip.
And ready for trip, not the trip. Okay, I wish I could hop onto the solar panels. Let's go. No time to lose. I feel like I should have a weapon. Wow, this is a shit rover, I'm not gonna lie. Oh well. Let's go find the mysterious Corey. Oh! I am cooking alive. Getting bored and hot. A little more hot than bored.
The rover's engine has undergone severe heat-induced damage and is now unusable.
You think? You think? Oh boy, what now? This place really honors its name.
Coming from the cave up ahead. Although unlikely, you may survive by going on foot.
Do I have any other choice? Probably not.
No.
At least Sally's honest. What's the temperature other than death?
351K, 78 degrees Celsius. Warning, direct sunlight exposure here will terminate you in a few seconds. Stay in the shade as much as you can.
Run? I can barely walk. I'm trying. Well, I see where I gotta go, I think. The fact that I can't run is kind of irritating, but we'll stop in the shade and see where that gets us. I am sizzling like steak in a pan. Or bacon. Because being honest, steak kind of sucks. Yeah, I know, controversial take. I'd rather have a burger than steak. And I don't like my steak all that red. Because texture matters along with flavor. Oh boy, am I gonna die? Or am I just going to barely make it? Okay, that was cutting it very high. Second rover? Well, that's a cave, all right. Go inside. That turned out better. I expected to die a few times. Oh. Okay. This dork. Really dork. Like, pitch black dork. 1 second, I'm gonna have to do a quick monitor adjustment. Okay, I can actually see now. Cool. You all can't, but I'll edit that in post so you can see it. Oh. Okay, Garden of Eden. Sally, give me a biochemical analysis of everything.
Analyzing.
grass is on the hellhole side.
Biological material detected.
That's hilarious.
Several key biomarkers present. Atmospheric oxygen concentration is 16.2%.
That's where the extra oxygen's coming from. There must be many more forests like this. Whoa, this is amazing. There's life on Proxima B. We can save humanity. Are you sure about that? Okay. Just sink like a rock. The grass isn't too distracting if you don't pay too much attention to it. Huh. Oh. Well, I found Corey. Dr. Corey Coffey's Expedition Notebook. Yes, I know it's not serious, but that's his name now. Well, looks like it's the end of the road for me. I knew he'll come looking for me, but I also know you can't risk doing that while the generator's so unstable. Fixing it will probably take you a while, if it's even possible, so I'm definitely going to die. We spent years mentally preparing ourselves for this moment, but I don't think anyone can ever truly be ready. Maybe you'll find this notebook someday, so I'll explain what happened. I got here this morning, useless concept on a planet whose star doesn't move in the sky, located the cave, and parked the rover outside. Our topographic data showed a clear, easily accessible cave entrance, but that's not what I found. This area is highly active geologically, which is part of the reason I wanted to come here. And so I'm guessing there must have been some kind of earthquake or rockfall that made the inside of the cave much harder to reach. I strapped myself on and started descending. But I clearly didn't choose the rock wisely. It was probably loosely stuck to the ground, because while it was down, I lost support and fell, hitting the rocks as I went until I arrived at the bottom. Ironically, I almost got my face smashed by the rock, which also came tumbling down with the rope still attached. The suit protected me from most of the damage, but my leg's broken, so I'll never get out of here. Brought some water in my backpack, but all the food is back in the rover, so I'll survive 2 to 3 weeks at most. I've already made an improvised cast, and if I can in a few days, I feel like I can walk. I'll try venturing deeper inside the cave. If my data is correct, this one may not be too big, and at least I'll gather some more information and register it here before, I always dreamed I would live out my days peacefully in our amazing colony, After everything was set up, of course, we would still have to work constantly, and I'd do it gladly. I loved these expeditions, but if everything had gone well, even with this planet being inhospitable to humans, we could have explored so much. May even sent the data back and just enjoyed our lives, something we never got to do back home. 203-22-14. Holy shit, this place has a forest inside. There's life on Proxima B. That all makes sense now. All our readings, all of our data, it's almost all explained by this. This is what we came here to do. It wasn't enough for the planet to be habitable. It needed to have life for us to be able to establish a permanent base here. Because now we're supposed to send a signal back to Earth giving the green light, and if they came, we'd start terraforming protocols. But I have no way of contacting the hub, much less Earth from here. I wish I could come back. I tried today. I summoned all my strength to try and climb the damned cave entrance/exit. But it was impossible. My leg will never heal in time. Even if it did, there's no guarantee I could do it without a rope attached to the surface. I shouldn't be the one here. I don't know enough about biology to catalog all this minimally. Well, but I'll do my best. Hell, I think you need a whole team in a few years to describe everything sufficiently. My temporary naming system and species descriptions are based on my limited knowledge of the area. Don't judge. Proshroom, mushroom-type species located in the outskirts of the forest. Low population density. Definitely don't like being other organisms. Perfern, low-hanging, plant characterized by its purple color. Red bush, grass bush-type organism with a deep red color. Grouchin, green lichen-type species that covers most of the forest floor. Leathery texture. In some areas, flowers spout from the grouchin, and these follow movement. It's pretty creepy. A fourth wall break, lovely. Shoral, blue fluorescent coral-like organisms that grow next to the water. The fluorescent tips have a glassy consistency, only few specimens present. Pink leaf, plant-like organism with large pink leaves. Hydrowire, spiky bush-like organism that grows next to the water. Polypma, also spiky sessile organisms, live on the bottom of a water source. Bifurless, Tree with fluorescent, fruit-like structures. Bark is very slippery. Swirtle. Large tree with a swirling trunk, reaching almost the top of the cave. Tomagi. I don't even know how to describe them. They look like inverted umbrellas with tentacles, and they're hung from the cave ceiling. Basida tree. Large tree with mushroom appearance. Bark is very glossy and slimy. Tripacea. Plant-like organism with 3 tentacles. Haven't seen them move once, so I'm not sure what they're for. Umbroom, another organism, looks like an umbrella. At least this one's stuck to the floor. Some kind of relationship with Tripacea. I don't know how. He made up these words. Proximity, tree with a highly bent bark and large purple flower-like structures. Earthari, very similar to trees back on Earth, except the leaves are red and the bark is very slippery. Stone vine, as you can see, I'm running out of creativity. It's a purple vine-like organism that grows on rock. Stone tree, a rare purple tree that grows on rock. Kori tree, by far the most beautiful tree I've ever seen. The leaves are a gorgeous purple, and the bark has amazing fluorescent white stripes, and yes, I named it after me. 1703-2214. I can't do it anymore. I can barely move now, and it's taking me all of my willpower to write this. I did my best. I sincerely hope you can fix the generator and follow my signal. I know you'll fall in love with this place. Perhaps my descriptions will come in handy, who knows. It's funny, I discovered life outside of Earth, in another star system, only to die without being able to tell anyone about it. It was worth it, though. If you do find this somehow, please contact them. Send the signal. I know you'll probably die long before they arrive. Sorry, old friend. But if someone's still listening on the other side, they'll come. They have to. Well, I guess this is it. I'm gonna go sit next to the dear Kori tree. It's been one hell of a ride. Goodbye, Kori Coffee. Oh. I feel like the death was a completely needless punch. Emotionally for this? Like, unironically, it was a completely needless death. So what now? Do I just leave? My character has no comment on that? Okay. Some of the stuff here reminds me of Spore. Not Spore. I don't know why I said Spore. Subnautica. Maybe hints of Spore. So what now? I feel like that would be, going in there would be bad. Is that it? Do I just go back to the entrance now? To go send the message? If this is the end, though? The game's experience is nice for the most part. The story and premise and all that's interesting. The lore dumping I wish could have been done more organically. But I've played a lot worse, especially on the channel. God, I hate the fourth wall break. Some things could use some quality of life adjustment, but
Warning, a dust storm has been identified.
I imagine this is probably done.
Extensive structural damage detected.
Damn it. Let's just focus on getting home safe for now. Am I just gonna die? Oh. See, this would have been useful to see earlier. Maybe when I was just coming in. Whoa, go to the hub. Boop. Oh, that was fast loading. Oh. Ragdoll. It's gonna be one of those games where everyone dies. For no purpose other than to just, you know, have an emotional punch. that I think is totally unnecessary. What was that? What the hell just happened? Okay, so let's talk about literary payoff and how this game completely failed in that. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the premise. I enjoyed everything up to that point. But where is the payoff? I just died. The message didn't go out. I found my dead friend. Everything about the game up to that point I was enjoying. So, like, I just die? Is there an alternate ending? Like, I just die out of the blue with no payoff. The end? Question mark? Last chance. Collectible? What does collectible mean? Are there collectibles I have to pick up? Does this game have a true ending situation? Because if that's the case, a collectible in the dark side? And I found the collectible there. So I'm guessing to get to the true ending, I have to get all the collectibles. Or at least I hope there's a true ending, because otherwise I'm going to remain very critical over that, because it's one of those no hope stories I do not like. They do have a purpose to some extent, don't get me wrong. But here it just seems like there was a lot of build-up only for it to fall flat, because all of that journey seemed like it was for literally nothing but to die. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. But since I have completed the game, I now know officially how to speedrun the game. So I guess I'm going to have to play through it again. Give us a third episode and see if there's a true ending. If there's not a true ending, I will probably remain very soured over this. The question mark implies that, so I have some faith that that's a thing. So, yeah. I just don't like being snubbed like that, if I seem overly critical or salty. Either way, it is currently almost 5 in the morning. Why am I recording so late? Because I decided to take a nap and it turned into more than a nap. We all felt that at some point. Either way, expect one more episode of this to see if there is a hidden ending to clear it all up. I wasn't aware there were collectibles, so I might have been aware there was an alternate ending. I don't know. If there was, I probably announced it in the first episode and forgot. Either way, those are my criticisms. Some of the stuff is kind of irritating. I am not gonna lie. Like, the breaking ice. Zigzagging seemed to fix that, but like, there seemed to be needlessly difficult sections. Which, again, I've played worse, so I can't, like, go too hard on that. And then My biggest issue with the whole Icefield dark side thing was there was a giant landmark that served no purpose, it seems like, other than to be a landmark, and investigating the landmark, like I would do, honestly, results in A, death, or B, getting nowhere. That and the ending are that and the quote-unquote ending are probably my biggest peeves and my biggest criticisms. But I didn't hate the game, it wasn't bad. Needs some optimization though, because this game is nowhere near graphically intensive enough to where my computer should be crying when I play it. You know, my computer's not a weak computer by any stretch of the phrase. I guess I've rambled on about this enough. So, as always, thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the views, I appreciate the subscriptions, I appreciate anyone deciding to take the time to watch the content that I provide. So, that all aside, as I probably said earlier, if you're enjoying your stay, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that I just went over. I appreciate it. It helps me out. YouTube might notice me more. Algorithm, all of that. And I guess it gives me a little confidence boost when I see those numbers go up. Because, you know, reward brain. But anyway, this is Bearadactyl signing off. And I'll see you all later.